On October the 1st, the People's Republic of China will celebrate the 75th anniversary of its founding. And to mark this occasion, CGTN presents its special coverage, Way to Modernization. And our anchors and reporters are traveling 5 routes across the country, covering 16 provinces and municipalities in 20 days. A Way to Modernization discusses the significant developments that have transformed China's economy, culture, environment and agriculture over the last 7.5 decades. But today we focus on the transformation and upgrading of China's manufacturing industry. Right now, my colleagues Lincoln Humphries, Xu Yi and Jiefang will take us on a journey to explore a manufacturing plant in China. They're live for us in Changchun, the headquarters of China's first automobile workshop in northeast China's Jilin province. So Lincoln, how are you feeling being at the birthplace of China's first automobile?
I'm feeling very good and very high up here. I'm in the driver's seat of a top-of-the-line heavy commercial vehicle, the J7, the latest of this kind of vehicle to come out of First Automobile Works. And look, it feels pretty good to be up here. It's nice and comfortable. The suspension here, not just in the vehicle but in the seat, has got plenty of give. We have a saying in my home country of Australia that without truckies, that's what we call truck drivers, without truckies, the country stops. And much the same can be said about China. If you take a look around your house, everything that it's made of, everything that's in it, if you take a look around your place of work, if you take a look at what's on your dinner plate, almost everything on there has spent some time on the back of something like this. And now, in this journey to modernisation, much of which of that journey will be made on the back of J7 trucks like this, it's also about the digitisation of transport. And here we have got a fully digital display, and you'd be surprised at how much of this vehicle looks quite similar to one of yours in another modern vehicle. Now, I don't have the keys anywhere near the ignition, which is quite safe given that I have no idea how to drive one of these things, but the fully digital display is excellent and simple to use, and it's also uploading information in real-time data to improve the performance and the maintenance of these trucks. The cloud digital technology that FAW has instituted in around 2 million of these commercial vehicles is constantly uploading data to improve the performance, to improve the reliability of these vehicles as well. But it's not just about the digital and about the export and transport of commodities and goods, it's also about the comfort for the driver. So to give you an idea of how spacious this cabin is, I'm about 6'2", that's 188 centimetres in the old money, and I've got plenty of headroom here standing fully upright. And if we want to get even more space up top, we've got ourselves a little bit of a moonroof to let a little bit of the nature in if we need to. And if you want to keep the bugs out, we've got the screen there as well. Now, we know a lot of our drivers take plenty of time to get from A to B to C, and that can be journeys of days, weeks, sometimes even months. So it's important to be able to stay in here overnight for several nights comfortably. And this one has also got plenty of space for someone of my carriage and size. And if you have to have a co-pilot or you want some friends to sleep over, we've got a double bunk bed. Also pretty large and spacious. So to learn more about how these trucks are made, we're going to head over to a package from my good colleague and friend Xu Yi. But for now, I might have a little nap before I come back to you live. So, one on.
Have you ever heard of recording a song for a vehicle? Today I'm going to explore a special and interesting task for vehicles at the Technology Innovation Space of FAW. Recording a song for cars is just the easiest way for me to understand the NVH testing, which stands for noise, vibration, and harshness. It's a critical benchmark in the automobile industry. Here is the NVH testing space for Hongqi cars, the iconic brand of FAW. And I was in this large room, part of the NVH analysis, but you couldn't hear any noise or echoes in this spacious area, covering over 700 square meters. So you can imagine this room as a big recording studio.
We are conducting a test of the vehicle's vibration and noise under simulated road conditions. Through hundreds of test indicators, we can assess the driver's experience of vibration and noise during the driving process. For example, in the car we tested, When driving at a high speed of 120 km per hour, the overall noise from the tires, wind, and other sounds was only about 60 decibels, which is equivalent to the volume of normal human conversation.
Behind the impressive NVH performances of the Hongqi vehicles is advanced intelligent technology. At the FAW Hongqi manufacturing plant, intelligent network coverage has reached 90%. In the workshop for another major FAW brand, Jiefang, the official launch of the 9 millionth self-developed Jiefang heavy trunk took place on July 2024. With a series of groundbreaking technological innovations, 140 heavy trunks can now roll off the production line in this workshop each day. I'm now in this big guy, and this is the latest generation of the FAW Jiefang heavy-duty trunks, the J7 series, which was launched in 2018. And after 7 years of research and development, the J7 now is considered a milestone in China's heavy-duty trunk industry.
In the early days, our Jiefang trucks were primarily used for cargo transportation. Now, our latest generation of trucks serves as both a living and social space for drivers, where they can rest, play, and even communicate with other drivers online.
Since the first Jiefang trunk was developed in 1956, the brand has continuously created new productive forces to drive constant innovation.
The tire assembly process is fully automated, with robots and automatic guided vehicles working together. Our digital monitoring system can integrate factory data across all dimensions, visualize the three-dimensional information, track indicator trends in real time, and monitor the production schedule to ensure traceability throughout the entire life cycle of our vehicles.
As a pioneer of new productivity forces today, FAW continues to create exciting moments for global consumers, and we anticipate more milestones in the future.
Much to everyone's relief, I'm out of the driver's seat, much safer, and I've got someone else here to talk to learn more about how these J7s are made. And just to get their attention, we'll get them over there, but I better hop out of here now so we can get down and talk at face level. And that's the inside of the trucks, but let's take a closer look at what's going on outside here. That's the size of this bad boy. It's running several meters back there, and on here on the side, you can see the weight of this cabin, and the rig here is 25 tons. Its maximum towing capacity, about 40 tons. And this one's the J7 580, but if you look to the one parked right next to it, is the J7 700. That one's a little bit bigger, more engine capacity, more towing capacity as well. And you can get a few more bells and whistles on that one if you want the leather seats and that sort of jazz. But now that we're out of the vehicle, let's take a look at the manufacturing facility that we are in. This is brand new, top of the line, high tech, and we're not too far from the original facilities, the original FAW factory, where back in 1956, the very first, the J1, if you will, the CA10 model truck rolled off the production lines right back in the mid-50s. The big difference between back then to now, back then a lot of that was Soviet sourced or Russian technology manufacturing and design. Now, these vehicles, the J7, top to bottom, back to front, is all Chinese design, Chinese manufacturing, Chinese technology, a Chinese truck to move the country forward. And to learn more about how these trucks are made, who better to talk to than the supervisor of this facility here, Mr. Wang Yicheng. Thank you very much for joining us. 谢谢你. Now, I want to find out exactly how quickly they can make one of these trucks. 做一个卡车多久
？270秒，也就是4分半左右，我们可以下线一台卡车。
Unbelievable! That's 4.5 minutes, not hours, not days. 4.5 minutes. 这么快。
解放街七作为我们国内外最高端的一款重卡，肯定是在最高端的卡车工厂制造出来。
It should be produced here in the most advanced places. Right now we have also owned more than 30 technologies, and talk about design. At the beginning of the design, we consider the efficiency of production. So for the whole design, we also use the module production. So a lot of the small parts are already installed ahead of the time, so that also helps improve the efficiency and also lower that the productivity And also you could see a lot of that. The robots help us do a lot of work as well. And also you're looking at materials and during the delivery, and also rely on the autonomous legislation facilities, and also could see the wheels and also the front windows, and also a lot of modules actually all be installed automatically, and also help to improve the efficiency as well, and also improve the quality. So just within a 170 seconds, we can have this truck done. So from the production to the final delivery, and for each truck, we will also have provide the one-stop service.
Fantastic, thank you very much. Mr. Wang. That's some fantastic stuff. I've learnt so much, but I probably haven't learnt enough to be able to drive one of these just yet, and that's safe for everybody involved. But on this journey to modernisation here in China, much of that journey to modernisation will be completed on the backs of these J7 trucks. Now it's over to you, Xu Yi.
Okay, thank you, Lincoln. As you're having so much fun in Jiefang J7 Automobile Workshop, we are here at the Fanrong plant for Hongqi cars, and here I'm joined by Mr. Zhang Guolong. He is the Senior Director of the Final Assembly for the FAW, and this workshop is for the final assembly. And when we got here, we are impressed so much about the smart and flexible production line, and you can produce a car within 54 seconds, and also the AGVs, robot arms everywhere here. So, Mr. Zhang, 我刚刚来到我们的这个繁荣工厂的时候，我其实被我们的先进的这个精益生产所惊艳到哈。
The eye widely opened by all this advanced technology. Anything you'd like to share with us? So here actually we have used a lot of advanced technology and ideas. You're looking at the whole assembly line. You're looking at this line. Besides this line, we also have like the seats and also the wheels. Actually, all realize this automation, and also for the data that's all be centralized, and also we could get that data in real time, so that also help make everything visible.
And very impressive. 所以也像您刚刚提到的，我们红旗繁荣工厂
as you mentioned, actually here we have that fully realized that the digitalization and also intelligence, and we also set the benchmark for the whole industry. As we have seen in the short video, we could think about that the advanced technology, the trend in the future, anything new looking forward. I believe two things. At first, looking at automotive assembly, so that the human being plus the robot, and that could be realized a better cooperation that also help to improve efficiency, and also for data analysis, we talk about our experience plus data that can provide more insights how to improve efficiency.
Thank you very much, Mr. Zhang. So that's very impressive. And according to the recent meeting, the recent CPC's leadership meeting, Chinese government emphasized to promote the advanced manufacturing and to accelerate the new quality productive forces and to step up our automobile industry. So I believe that we could expect more in the future. And I think we've done so much about the exploration, about the manufacturing here at the Hongqi Fanrong manufacturing plant. And there is a proverb in China, the real gold fears no fire. So when the cars roll up the production line, they need to be tested in various dimensions. So I believe that our colleague Youyang now is at the technology innovation space at FAW, and she has more surprises for us. Youyang, take it away.
Hello there, Xu Yi. Well, that's very impressive what Lincoln and you did at the factories of FAW Jiefang and also FAW Hongqi. And as you mentioned, right now I'm at one of the laboratories of FAW Hongqi. It's actually called the Vehicle Environment, Traffic and Laboratories here. So first, let me introduce my guest here, who is Mr. Guo Tianjiao. She's actually the director of this laboratory. Ms. Guo, thank you so much for joining us. So 先给我们来简单介绍一下咱们这个实验室的情况好吗？
我们这个实验室呢是目前国内首个规模最大的正驾驶环境模拟实验内场。可以看到呢，实验室主要是由无光环境模拟系统、室内的定位、随机交通流声系统以及云端的数字孪生系统等有机的结合，可以一站式的生成真驾驶车辆可能遇到的各种危险、极限、复杂的工况，助力于打造红旗的一个高安全、高可靠、高智能的品牌基因。
那我们现在看到，在我们现场其实已经开始下雨了。这个其实是一个室内的环境。 现啊，今天外面的长春是艳阳高照的，所以在这个里面呢，我们就可以模拟各个在极端天气下我们智能驾驶系统的表现，对不对，郭老师？是的。接下来我们将通过3组典型的工况叠加雨雾来考核一下红旗的整体的功能和性能的表现。现在的这个实验区呢，降雨已经达到了中雨级别。开始实验。
And we start the test.
鸣笛2声，实验正式开始。我们这种雨雾的天气对驾驶员的视线和注意力都有较强的干扰，同时这个路面湿滑或者速度降低也会导致车辆的操稳和转向，都是驾驶员面对这种路面湿度还有难以应对的。比如现在这个前方的车辆向右侧快速驶离了之后，留给后方驾驶员的反应时间非常短。此时是红旗的智能驾驶系统发现与人类探测到了空中的风险，并且施加了 AEB 的警报，成功了避免了一场交通事故。
to avoid the collision
那么我们接下来这个演示工况呢，切换到了一个清晨像浓雾的天气环境。这种浓雾的早高峰在中国的多个城市都非常常见，同时它也是一个
rush hour is also one of the main causes of traffic condition and accidents. So here you could see that the visibility actually is very poor. Less than 100 meters, so we start the testing now.
本次被测本车红旗
So you could see here. So the Hongqi car is following the previous car at a speed of around 50 kilometers per hour and is test a very safe overtaking area. So change the lane to the right side and also to overtake and slowly follow the accident car. So this basically to test that we first keep the safety and also to improve that the driver's comfort experience. So that you could see this is how we test.
我们接下来的话
And for the third
进行最后一
condition,
个工况，也是一个非常典型的
as a
深
very
夜城市路口
typical
行人轨探
as
头的一个场
the
景。
evening scene, and especially we would like to test that the urban setting, that's the intersection, the pedestrians crossing out of bland spots.
本次被测本车和
And
前
we
方的
talk
战车
about
均
right
是
now, you
30
could
千米
see
每小
that
时
the
的车速，
vehicles
在
actually
匀速
driving
行
at
驶过程
30
中。
kilometers per hour. And
接下
this
来
is
的
a
话，前
constant
方的
speed.
车辆
And
会
you could
向
see the
右
vehicle
侧
in
方
front
向
of
驶离，
the
这个过
Hongqi
程会
car
遮挡
changed the
驾驶
lane,
员
which
大部
actually
分的一
block
前方视野。
most of the
此
Hongqi
时儿
driver's
童驾人
vision.
快速横穿
And
马路。
here the
依
HL
然是
dummy
红旗的
suddenly
智能驾
crossed
驶
the
系
road,
统
and
实
the
施了
Hongqi
紧急
vehicle
制动，
applied
保证了
emergency
行
brake
人和驾
to
驶员
ensure the
的安
safety
全
of the
以
driver
上
and the people.
Wow, it's indeed very spectacular. And today we have observed how the smart system help the cars to drive better. 所以郭老师非常感谢您的介绍，能不能跟我们说一说咱们这样的智能驾驶系统一般会在什么样的车型上应用呢？
类似于刚才的我们这些危险极端工况呢，每天都在自然实验室是进行批量的去并发，然后那个实际的生成，同时它也应用于红旗的全息在研以及在产生成降落，去保证一个安全体验的最佳交付产品状态。
And also hope
Thank
that
you
we can
very
maintain
much.
that.
And as we are here observe the process how the smart system help the cars to drive better, and the experts say actually they are going to upgrade the data every day and send the latest data to cars every day, and to make sure the cars could also be upgraded. Well, it's just like your EV cars in the future will just like your smartphones actually. So today my colleagues and I are actually showing you the past, present and the future of the FAW group. It's also showing the future of Chinese manufacturing industry. Well, this actually reminds me of the latest meeting held by the Political Bureau of the CPC Central Committee, calling for the keep stabilizing and also developing the Chinese economy. Well, China's northeast region serves as one of the most important regions of China's manufacturing bases, and many experts here share the same belief that only by keep innovating, well, the northeast region can keep providing their own contributions to Chinese economy and keeping this area as the major manufacturing bases in the country. So that's all from us, and today back to you, Doni.
All right, thank you very much.
Celebrating 75 years of the People's Republic of China, CGTN brings you the story of a nation's remarkable transformation.
From automated factories to cutting-edge labs, China is reshaping the global manufacturing.
With a commitment to openness, China welcomes international investment,
Driving collaboration on a global scale.
From green hills to clear waters,
China safeguards nature for generations to come.
Across rural heartland, agricultural modernization is fueling progress and prosperity.
Throughout, China's rich cultural heritage continues to thrive.
A timeless legacy interwoven with the nation's story of modernization.
Experience 75 years of innovation, unity, and vision.
Only with CGTN. Celebrating 75 years of the People's Republic of China, CGTN brings you the story of the nation's remarkable transformation.
From automated factories to cutting-edge labs, China is reshaping the global manufacturing.
With a commitment to openness, China welcomes international investment,
driving collaboration on a global scale.
From green hills to clear waters,
China safeguards nature for generations to come.
Across rural heartland, agricultural modernization is fueling progress and prosperity.
Throughout, China's rich cultural heritage continues to thrive.
A timeless legacy interwoven with the nation's story of modernization.
Experience 75 years of innovation, unity, and vision.
Only with CGTN. Celebrating 75 years of the People's Republic of China, CGTN brings you the story of the nation's remarkable transformation.
From automated factories to cutting-edge labs, China is reshaping the global manufacturing.
With a commitment to openness, China welcomes international investment,
driving collaboration on a global scale.
From green hills to clear waters,
China safeguards nature for generations to come.
Across rural heartland, agricultural modernization is fueling progress and prosperity.
Throughout, China's rich cultural heritage continues to thrive.
A timeless legacy interwoven with the nation's story of modernization.
Experience 75 years of innovation, unity, and vision.
Only with CGTN. Celebrating 75 years of the People's Republic of China, CGTN brings you the story of the nation's remarkable transformation.
From automated factories to cutting-edge labs, China is reshaping the global manufacturing.
With a commitment to openness, China welcomes international investment,
driving collaboration on a global scale.
From green hills to clear waters,
China safeguards nature for generations to come.
Across rural heartland, agricultural modernization is fueling progress and prosperity.
Throughout, China's rich cultural heritage continues to thrive.
A timeless legacy interwoven with the nation's story of modernization.
Experience 75 years of innovation, unity, and vision.
Only with CGTN. Celebrating 75 years of the People's Republic of China, CGTN brings you the story of the nation's remarkable transformation.
From automated factories to cutting-edge labs, China is reshaping the global manufacturing.
With a commitment to openness, China welcomes international investment,
driving collaboration on a global scale.
From green hills to clear waters,
China safeguards nature for generations to come.
Across rural heartland, agricultural modernization is fueling progress and prosperity.
Throughout, China's rich cultural heritage continues to thrive.
A timeless legacy interwoven with the nation's story of modernization.
Experience 75 years of innovation, unity, and vision.
Only with CGTN. Celebrating 75 years of the People's Republic of China, CGTN brings you the story of the nation's remarkable transformation.
From automated factories to cutting-edge labs, China is reshaping the global manufacturing.
With a commitment to openness, China welcomes international investment,
driving collaboration on a global scale.
From green hills to clear waters,
China safeguards nature for generations to come.
Across rural heartland, agricultural modernization is fueling progress and prosperity.
Throughout, China's rich cultural heritage continues to thrive.
A timeless legacy interwoven with the nation's story of modernization.
Experience 75 years of innovation, unity, and vision.
Only with CGTN.
Celebrating 75 years of the People's Republic of China, CGTN brings you the story of a nation's remarkable transformation.
From automated factories to cutting-edge labs, China is reshaping the global manufacturing.
With a commitment to openness, China welcomes international investment.
Driving collaboration on a global scale.
From green hills to clear waters.
China safeguards nature for generations to come.
Across rural heartland, agricultural modernization is fueling progress and prosperity.
Throughout, China's rich cultural heritage continues to thrive.
A timeless legacy interwoven with the nation's story of modernization.
Experience 75 years of innovation, unity, and vision.
Only with CGTN.
Celebrating 75 years of the People's Republic of China, CGTN brings you the story of a nation's remarkable transformation.
From automated factories to cutting-edge labs, China is reshaping the global manufacturing.
With a commitment to openness, China welcomes international investment.
Driving collaboration on a global scale.
From green hills to clear waters.
China safeguards nature for generations to come.
Across rural heartland, agricultural modernization is fueling progress and prosperity.
Throughout, China's rich cultural heritage continues to thrive.
A timeless legacy interwoven with the nation's story of modernization.
Experience 75 years of innovation, unity, and vision.
Only with CGTN.
Welcome back. Right now, I'm in one of the factories of FAW Hongqi Group. It's actually called the NVH Lab. It's actually called the Noise, Vibration and Harshness. So first, let me introduce my guest here today, who is Mr. Pan Dianlong. He's actually the director of this laboratory. 潘老师，欢迎加入我们的直播哈。那先给我们简单介绍一下咱们这个整个实验室的情况好吗？
这个实验室是整车半消声室，是做通过噪声的整车类的最大的一种消声室。
Okay, so this laboratory is used to test the noise of the cars, especially the passersby noise here. 那这个实验室我们看起来它非常大，它这个占地面积啊，或者说在全国的水平是一个什么样的呢？
这个实验室是最大的一种实验室，它的高度有8米多高，将近3层楼那么高。
Wow, so actually this laboratory is one of the largest ones in the country, and if you take a look at the height, it's about 3 stories high. 那其实我们在两边的墙上看到这种非常特别的装置啊，它一个形状跟我们日常看到的也不一样。那能不能给我们讲解一下这些装置的形状或者它是怎么设计的呢？
这种是尖笔式吸声材料，外边是穿孔钢板，里边是一种软式的吸声材料，是为了吸音用的。
Okay, so this kind of metals is used to absorbing sound actually, and outside is kind of metal, and inside is the sound absorbing cotton. 那它的这个形状 would make this shape different. 那它的形状有什么说法吗？
它的形状就是为了满足我们这个一级精度的标准，它是为了把声音99%全吸收掉做的一种形状。
This kind of shape is specially designed for sound absorbing, and here in this room it can absorb over 99% of noise here. It's really quiet. 所以呢，在这间房子中，之前您给我介绍咱们这个声音的分贝大概能到一个什么样的程度呢？
这个背景噪声能达到12.9 dB， 非常安静。
So currently the background noise can hit about 12.9 decibel, but it gives us a general idea. 但是我们可能对于数据没有那么的了解哈，12.9这个分贝到底在生活中是一个什么样的概念呢？
我们互相说话可能是50个 dB 左右，图书馆是在40个 dB， 然后在沙漠安静的沙漠里大概是20到30个 dB。
Wow, so when we talk like this, it's about 50 decibel, and if you stay in a library, it's about 40, and if you go to desert or a sea, it's about 20 decibel. So 12.9 is really a low data actually. 那所以我们继续往咱们的这个实验室中心走哈，在两边我们能看到这样子的小装置，那么它们又是做什么用的 ？What are they useful？
这些是为了测试噪声用的，这2排都是为了满足通过噪声测试的一个需求。
So these are the microphones actually, and they're used to test noise actually in this laboratory. 那同时，其实在进到我们这个整个实验室当中，就能看到我们这一台非常醒目的国雅车了哈。那这台车目前在做一个什么样的测试呢？
我们这台车在做整车噪声的一个室内的一个测试。
So this car is actually doing the noise test in the room. 那这种测试为什么是必要的呢？
因为我们振动噪声是用户最直接的一种感受，它能体现一个汽车的一个综合的设计水平和一个工艺水平的一种体现。
So vibration noise can reflect actually how comfortable the car is, and it's actually the direct feeling by the passengers. And the expert says actually could show the capability of manufacturing the car. 那这台国雅车它的这个噪声水平能到什么样的程度呢？
它的静谧性测试能达到最高分的一个标准。
So the quietest level of this car can hit the highest level in the country， 在全国或者是世界的水平吗？
我们只能说比同级别竞品车是优秀。
Especially compared to its competitiveness. Okay, so 那您都说到这儿了，我们能不能进车实地感受一下这个车到底能有多安静呢？
好的，好的。
谢谢您。So let's get on the car to see how the car will be quiet. And let me invite one of my colleagues to show us some music. 那现在我们请我们的同事来放一段音乐啊，我们打算实地的呢感受一下从这个车外到车里，它这个声音变化到底是什么样的。Here we are getting into the car. At least for me, I can't hear any noise actually, especially the music. 我觉得至少现在进到车里面，我是完全听不到这个声音了。我不知道观众朋友们的感受如何。潘老师，您觉得怎么样？
我们对外边的音乐声已经完全听不到了，因为我们这个国雅车它的隔声能力非常非常强。
So this car has really strong noise preventing system actually. 确实啊，在车里面，我相信大家跟我们的感受一样，就是听不到外面什么声音，觉得非常静。
对的，因为我们这里边都有100余项的一种声学的方案，在这个加载的这个我们国雅车里，还有一些发动机主动控制和噪声的一些主动控制在里边。
So actually this car, they got 100 noise preventing systems, and it can also control the engine's noise and also the road noise. So at the same time, 所以这个是我们能够感受到车里面就是非常非常安静的原因哈。那除此之外，我觉得好像它的这个玻璃和门的这个厚度也要比一般的车厚很多啊。
对，我们这个玻璃都是一种夹层的声学玻璃，就是还有包括静音轮胎，就这些都是为客户精心打造的一种静音的一种方案。
So actually the windows are specially designed for the passengers, and they even more quieter than other windows, and also for the wheels is also performance is more quieter than other wheels actually. 就感觉到这个玻璃要比一般的玻璃厚很多。
对。
If we're tapping this window, you can feel it's thicker than the normal ones. 那除此之外，比如说在门的设计上，它也会比一般车辆的门要厚一些吗？
对，在门，无论从门到里边的材质，我们包括里边那个吸音棉，我们都用一种双组分的环保式吸音棉，就是为了把我们这个车打造成一个非常极致安静的一个环境。
So actually in these cars you can see the sound absorbing curtain used in the door is very special one, and it's also very green and used environmental friendly, and they're also specifically designed for the passengers to have a quiet environment here in the car. 那我的问题还是这样，就是为什么对于乘坐人或者驾驶人来说，车内的安静程度是非常重要的呢？
因为一个车它安静以后就是它就是一个车辆的一个标志，一个车辆一个豪华级的一种标志。因为随着大家生活水平的提高，大家对于这个安静程度要求也是越来越高的。
Understood. But actually, the experts say the level of quietness actually showcase the luxury of a car. So with the living level and the people are living a better life and they have more requirements for a car to perform more quiet, especially when it's get on the road. Totally understood. Thank you so much, Mr. Guo. And let's get outside. 所以非常感谢您的介绍哈。那我们现在再下车看一下。Well, indeed, when we get off the car, we can feel this room is actually very quiet too. So that is why this laboratory is specifically designed for the audio testing. 那郭老师，其实据我所知，就是你们除了做这个在车内的这种分贝的试验之外，其实也会比如说对于轮胎啊做一些这个比如说轮胎噪音或者是地面噪音的试验，对不对？会拿一些专业的仪器来测试。
对的，我们这个整个一套NVH 一种是整体式的开发一个体系，可以100多项一个目标去支撑我们这个最后这个安静程度。
Wow, so the NVH lab is going to test about 100 data to show how quiet the car is and to say the capability of its noise preventing systems. 那除此之外，比如说你们这100多项里大概有哪些例子呢？给我们举1-2项吗？
就是说我们整车的胎噪、风噪，包括我们的声品质，还有音响水平，这些都是一个用户息息相关的，我们都把它设为一个目标。
So the wheel noise, the road noise, and passerby's noise will also be the target they're going to test. 那除此之外，我们知道在每辆车的这个下线之前，可能都会做这样的声音噪声的这种一种实验，这是为什么呢？
因为我们要保证到用户手里正向开发，要得到一个最后的一个实验的验证我们这个设计的方案必须在整车上进行一个体现，最后达到我们一个静音的一种指标。
So actually, when every car get off its assembly line is going to go through this kind of test and to show how luxury and how comfortable the car is. And as Mr. Guo earlier mentioned, that the level of quietness actually showing the level of comfortability of a car. That is why it's very important for the passengers, also for the drivers. Thank you very much, Mr. Guo. Really appreciate your time. 感谢您加入我们的节目. Thank you so much. Well, so here we can observe another kind of, capability of manufacturing of Chinese EV cars, especially here, right here, you can see the L1 made by FAW Hongqi, and it's actually one of the luxury brand here in China. And you can feel how quiet it is, and I can feel how the, advanced technology used on this car. So this reminding me of China's manufacturing of EV cars process. For example, the data shows last year, China sold about 14 million EV cars worldwide, and that accounted for over a half of the international level. And also by the predicts by the International Energy Agency shows that in the year of 2030, China is going to sell around 20 million cars globally. So that's indeed a huge market. So that is why here in Dongbei, you can imagine it's actually had a reputation of Chinese manufacturing industry, and it's actually the first car birthplace here. But today, it's already keep innovating and keep making progresses. And also, as we know this week, a meeting held by the Political Bureau of the CPC Central Committee held in Beijing and setting the targets for Chinese economy development and to stabilizing the market. So this made me reminding that Dongbei as one of the most important manufacturing bases, and its innovation is very important, and experts say only innovation is the only driving force. So only by keeping innovation, the Northeast region can keep its role as the major manufacturing basis and also can make its own contributions for China's economic development. So that's all from me from this hour, and I will see you next time. Stay tuned. Goodbye.